This week on Canadian Whitetail.
On a dream hunt far from home, excited, and a big mistake. Shooting the wrong deer.
It's not the deer. I know. It's not the deer. I messed up.
It happens, but there's something to be said about keeping your head held high and returning to camp the next year. Because in life, without failure, you cannot experience redemption. Over the years, a lot of people have asked why. Why all the time? The work? Why is a passion transformed into a lifestyle? Our family's lifestyle? Why does it mean so much? The answer is so simple. All of that work, the scouting, the preparation, is for two reasons. To share the knowledge, the tradition, the love of deer, from those weathered with experience, to the next generation to carry. The other reason is even simpler. The work is to fuel that yearning desire, the longing for those split-second moments when all of that work comes together. Because those few times in a lifetime that it does, you no longer have to ask why when you experience moments like these with the biggest wild whitetails to ever walk. I mean, he's a gorgeous deer that I couldn't be happier to take. He's just beautiful. What a fitting end to an incredible season.
Dean Partridge's Canadian Whitetail is proudly brought to you by Limb Saver, products that work. Ozonics, undetectable, undeniable. Elite Archery, the world's most shootable bow. Under Armour, go where you don't belong. Excalibur Crossbow, the most trusted crossbows on the planet. Big & J long-range attractants. The aroma is super strong. The range is super long. Central boiler, outdoor wood furnaces. Performance and value by design. Nocturnal lighted nocks. Switch on accuracy. The Whitetail Institute of North America. Slick Trick, the no excuses broadhead. Bog Pod, hunting rests, bipods, and tripods. Glendale, the biggest and toughest 3D targets in the universe. And by Dual. Get real with Dual game calls.
Northern Saskatchewan whitetails are big-bodied, and the anticipation while hunting, waiting in a blind for one 2,000 miles away from home, can become overwhelming at times. So learned our good friend Sean Reagan on his 2015 hunt with us at our Canadian Whitetail Outfitters camp, where buck fever showed up with a vengeance. Sean's target was a 160-inch class mature Saskatchewan whitetail. However, moments into his first sit, this young up-and-comer made an appearance. Excitement took over, and Sean mistook the buck for the old brute and settled in to shoot. After reviewing the footage and calming his nerves, Sean knew what had happened. He had shot the wrong deer in the first hours of his first day.
It's not the deer. I know. It's not the deer. I messed up, but it's a good deer. I'm happy with a good deer. But at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to make sure you know what you're shooting at, and I messed it up.
Well, don't judge Sean just yet. He's a good friend and a great hunter who just got caught up in the early moments and excitement of his hunt. And regardless of having shot the right or wrong deer, Sean still went home with a load of fresh organic venison and memories that he won't soon forget. But this year in 2016, Sean was coming back to hunt with us, mostly for the fun of it and the camaraderie of hunting, but also a little bit for redemption.
This segment of Canadian Whitetail is brought to you by Nocturnal Lighted Nocks. Nocturnal Lighted Nocks, string activated, simple, switch on accuracy, and let it glow. This segment of Canadian Whitetail has been brought to you by Under Armour. Go where you don't belong.
In the weeks leading up to Sean's 2016 hunt, it was time to get in and ready, set up for the season.
Well, it's that time of year. It's mid-October, and what we're doing here is we just get all these spots prepped. I put a blind up here a few days ago. Sean Reagan's coming in to hunt with the Excalibur Crossbow, so this is always a good spot. There's what we got is a big clear cut on this side and a ridge of old mature poplar, and these deer are running back and forth. So put some Big and J down, we'll get the camera set up, and I know there's going to be a big one show up here.
Jason's confidence comes from knowledge, and the buck that we were hoping to find is a heavy-horned deer that our good friend Kyle Smith had filmed along these poplar ridges the season previous hunting with us. The first photos for 2016 on the trail camera show that he had survived and grown. Big mass and a big frame, he would be Sean's target buck, and Sean had just arrived in camp. As always after travel, Sean takes a couple of shots to ensure his Excalibur is still on and ready for his opening morning hunt before heading to the stand.
I'm with Canadian Whitetail Outfitters, and I gotta tell you, I was here last year with them, and there was deer all over the place. I got a little excited, and I don't know if you call it a rookie mistake, but I took a deer I was happy with. But it's definitely not a deer that's representative of what comes out of here. So we got trail cameras out, they got Big and J out, we got deer all over the place. I cannot tell you how much or how excited I am to be here with Canadian Whitetail Outfitters. They got their stuff in a group. It's just amazing how many deer you'll see. Heck, we were in camp and we saw 2 bucks fighting. We saw, good bucks too, like 130s, 140, like just battling it out right in the yard of the camp. These guys have got a lot going on, and it's definitely pretty exciting for me.
Shortly after getting settled in, it doesn't take long for the first buck to arrive. Moments later, Sean spots movement and is about to see how quickly a hunt can unfold. Coming up off the poplar ridge, just moments into his hunt, there he is, Sean's target buck. Big massive beams, great tines, and split brows. This is the deer that Sean had dreamed of from Saskatchewan, and the buck was definitely worthy of those dreams. An absolutely stunning deer. With Sean's misfortune last season, he cannot believe his luck, and settles in to take his shot.
Welcome to this week's Canadian Whitetail Scouting segment. Locate, learn, set up, hunt. Brought to you by Big and J Long Range Attractants. The aroma is super strong. The range is super long.
We spend a lot of time scouting to prepare for the season, usually from a distance, so we don't add unneeded pressure to the deer. When season comes, as hunters, our activities and presence on any given property will change, and that additional change can impact deer movement, which will make all of our preseason scouting less effective. Walking to and from your stand now several days a week means you want to ensure that those actions don't add pressure to the deer and undo your prep work. A lot of thought needs to be put into where you're going to park, how you'll approach that stand, and how you'll leave, and how to do that all as scent-free as possible. Make sure your clothing is clean and as scent-free as possible, and take note to notice where your scent may be blowing while you're walking in. Don't always take the shortest route unless it makes the most sense. Rather, take the route that will have the least impact. Your exit from the stand may also be different to ensure that you don't bump deer in the evening. Taking these steps to make a plan on how you're going to hunt any given stand will add less pressure to the deer, keep your preseason scouting effective, and that will only increase your results.
This week's Canadian Whitetail Scouting segment has been brought to you by Big & J Long Range Attractants. This segment has been brought to you by Central Boiler Outdoor Wood Furnaces. A central boiler easily connects to your existing forced air, in-floor radiant, baseboard, or dual heat system to heat your entire home in domestic water. Central Boiler, performance and value by design.
Before the break, the big beam buck, Sean's target deer, had made an appearance. The deer well within range, Sean was ready, just needing a broadside shot. And just at the moment of truth, like so often happens with these big mature deer, the buck senses that something just isn't right. Something makes him uncomfortable. Leaving Sean without a shot and heartbroken, the deer turns and swings to check the wind. After the buck leaves, the young doe appears, followed shortly by another young buck. Sean looks up again and sees the big beam buck. Having decided that all is clear, he's making his way back towards Sean's blind. Again, within range, Sean just needs the buck to take one step for a good shot. And he gets that step.
Whitetail Insights, brought to you by the QDMA, the Quality Deer Management Association, ensuring the future of whitetail deer.
There's a big variety of hunters out there. You know, you've got the landowners that are deer managers that own that property and they're managing the deer on those properties. And you also got the everyday hunter that's hunting public land or land that he just has permission on. What are some of the biggest benefits to being a QDMA member, and how can QDM practices help those hunters that are on maybe on different ends of that spectrum?
Well, I think one of the things that's so nice about QDMA is that we fully help both sides of that. You know, and one of the misconceptions about it is that to be a member, you have to have a lot of land, and that's not the case. You know, we have a full third of our members don't own any land.
I think we're a prime example, because when you generally look at whitetail, productions or things that you see on TV, a lot of it's big land-owned, managed land, and we own very little land around the house or around our home, and we manage it with food plots and water and different things. But largely, what we're hunting is public land or just places we've got permission on, and then some of the things that we've discussed with you has really, increased our hunting opportunities there, and everybody else's too.
Yeah, and so if you are a landowner, we provide information, to help improve habitat and all that, which is great for everybody. But even if you're a hunter who hunts on somebody else's land or a friend's or public land, we provide information to help make you a smarter hunter. How deer see, how deer hear, just to help put you closer to deer in the fall, which is fun for all of us.
I've heard you say before about how the QDMA, they don't measure the success of a hunt or the quality of a hunt by the inches of antler, but rather by the memories. And we've often said that we try to measure that success by the experience. And when we put these QDM practices into place in the places we hunt, it increases that experience, and it kind of gets you to that next level of enjoying deer hunting when you're really involved in the deer, you're invested in it, and it just makes for an all-around more enjoyable hunt.
This Whitetail Insight is brought to you by the Quality Deer Management Association. Become a member and ensure the future of whitetail deer. This segment has been brought to you by Hoyman. Portable, gas-free, and effective. Clearing shooting lanes has never been easier than with the new 40-volt battery-powered lightweight saw. Hoyman, create your window of opportunity.
After thinking that he had missed his opportunity, Sean's target buck had just swung back, and Sean was about to get his shot.
look good. I think I just smoked him. That big son of a gun came in earlier. He just didn't give me a shot. And he was a little bit quartering in. So I tucked it in the shoulder, but I think I hit him good. I think he's in trouble. I can't thank guys like Jason Peterson, Kelsey over there running the camera for me. He gave up a lot to do this. Dean Partridge. But the things that they do and the type of deer that they manage and are able to kill or just have people have opportunities at near 100% success rate, Canadian Whitetail Outfitters, like without a doubt. I mean, I've said this a few times, but we literally got in here and had bucks fighting, like good bucks, like 130s, 140s, within 10 yards of the cabin in a big window, fighting right below there, just battling it out. And then you got guys like this that come in, and you know, we saw him come in earlier, and it was a deer I definitely wanted to shoot. For the record, I'm a hugger. I'm a hugger. You're gonna get a hug.
No hugs.
It's coming, my man.
Good job, buddy.
Dude, he came in early.
Yeah.
And like, it was just, I just didn't have a shot, and we watched him for 15, 20 minutes, and
yeah.
He just stood there. And then he came back around, and then Molly that's standing right over there still.
Oh yeah.
She came in, and then 2 little bucks came in, and then an hour later, here he come back.
Oh yeah.
And come check out this deer. I'm so excited to show you this dang on deer.
Did you go see him?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, I couldn't. I watched him tip over. Jason, I'm gonna just start off like and tell you, we drug this deer out here to get in better light, better condition for the camera and stuff like that. But your guys, Canadian Whitetail Outfitters.
Yep.
Right in northern Saskatchewan. Here's what it is. We're talking about this. There's a deer literally right there.
Just behind us, about
just hanging
50, 60 yards.
That's how many deer are out here. And they're quality deer like this. I mean, you're showing trail cam photos one after the other.
And a lot of the deer, they don't know what a human is. I mean, right here as we sit, we're about 15 miles off the farmland.
Yeah.
So we're actually hunting, realistically, we're hunting farm fringe deer.
Yeah.
But they're big bush deer. So you get the best of both worlds. You get the genetics of the northern deer, plus, I mean, the feed and you know, they're still somewhat farmland deer. So the mass is just, I mean, the trail cam pictures did not do this deer any justice. But I mean, more off, you know, I'm kind of the type of guy where, you know, we score the deer and everything like that, and it's great to get a number, but to hunt big, mature whitetail. Yeah,
this is what this is about right here.
It's right there.
Is this big body deer. And for a guy, you know, a lower 48er or whatever you want to say, guy who's mostly hunted in Michigan, yeah, some Midwest hunts and stuff like that, and we see big deer. But I kid you not, folks, like their 1.5-year-old bucks are the size of our 5.5-year-old deer. They're huge.
This is a big deer.
This thing's just, they're tanks coming in, so.
Well, I think what we should do is get them loaded up,
Yeah,
get them out of here, we'll get them gutted. I mean, the meat is just important as
more than
anything
anything
else.
Yep.
Get back to the lodge and have a celebration.
I think we're gonna celebrate tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's not gonna be an early morning tomorrow.
Okay, well, let's not hug, but let's high five.
There you go.
Good job.
I'm a hugger. What do you want from me?
That's
cool.
a heck of a deer, bud.
Heck yeah.
Well, what can I say? I'm so happy for Sean for taking a great Saskatchewan whitetail, his target buck this time. But all jokes aside, Sean's first hunt may not have ended with the deer that he was intending to hunt. Hunting is about so much more than that. It's about friendships and making memories. And the memories from that hunt are some that'll live on with us forever. And this year, well, congratulations, Sean, on a well-deserved and truly tremendous buck. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Canadian Whitetail.
This segment of Canadian Whitetail is brought to you by Wild Edge and the ultimate climbing system, the Step Ladder. Safely design your climb in any tree anywhere with the most versatile, lightweight, and compact climbing system, the Step Ladder. Closed captioning for Canadian Whitetail is provided by huntsask.ca, your information source for Canada's best whitetail hunting. Hunt Saskatchewan, Canada. Canadian Whitetail has also been brought to you by the Heater Bodysuit, #1 in cold weather hunting gear, Black Eagle Arrows, superior carbon technology, Scott Archery, and CBE Bow Sights. Canadian Whitetail has also been brought to you by these fine sponsors. For exclusive content, follow Dean and the team on Facebook, as well as on Instagram and Twitter @WhitetailDean. To view all past and present episodes of Canadian Whitetail, as well as new original content, visit us on our YouTube and Carbon TV channels. For Canadian Whitetail gear and apparel, visit CanadianWhitetailTV.com.